Hi friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back for more Hip Kit Club inspiration with the gorgeous November kits. And today's layout is a really fun one. The design team assignment is to feature a grid design, cut files and some stitching. And of course, lots of Santa and Christmassy vibes happening today as well. So I've gone and cut the Santa baby cut file. And while my photo is of my darling girl who's actually wearing a reindeer mask and being quite silly, her favorite song at the moment is Santa Baby by Ariana Grande. So it ties in more to her story than the actual story in the photo, but I think it's cute and it works. So yeah, so backing my sweet photo with some of the Pocket Life cards from the November Pocket Kit and using a mix of papers and cardstock kits as well. So you can see I've cut the Rose Blush cardstock down to 11 inches by 11 inches and layered it onto that gorgeous exclusive pattern paper. I love everything that's got snowflakes at the moment. Snowflakes are my jam this year. Maybe because it is so not snowy here at all, but loving the magic of Christmas snow and maybe dreaming of that white Christmas. You can see how I'm sort of arranging the page to begin with in line with the grid design requirements for today's post. And I sort of thought for stitching I might just drop all those snowflakes and have them coming down in a line and stitch them all in place, and that would look really pretty, and it was really predictable, and I don't end up doing it because of that reason. But those snowflakes are the exclusive die cuts from the from the November colour kit, and yeah, look, I like that idea, but I don't end up sticking with it, so I alter it just a bit, but I still do use the snowflakes because, yeah, they're magical and fun, and that's the whole point of her photo in this particular layout. So it's a fun, happy Santa baby page. So just playing around with that idea. And of course, with the stitching element today, I decided against hand stitching and I'm going to use my machine. And I love the idea of zigzagging, yeah, all the way around the trim there, and then doing some normal straight stitch everywhere else. So you can see I, yep, zigzagged along the side there, and doesn't that look pretty? What a lovely finish. I really love that. And then I've just stitched each of the 3x3 cards now, and you can see I've cut back that one, made that a 3x3 as well now, and to layer my photo. I've left all the strings. I didn't want to cut them off. I liked that loose bit of texture and messiness that the machine thread leaves. I like the idea of layering those cards just so that I can have a bit more pattern and pop. And quite often I do this. I'm not actually a pocket page scrapbooker, but I will often use pocket cards. They're perfect for matting photos or doing little pops of colour, backing cut files with, all sorts of things. So yeah, enjoying those different patterns and papers that you can get in a Pocket Life kit as well. So sort of planning how it's going to look now, and as soon as I put that down I go, you know what, you can see me tapping my fingers. I was not happy with that. So yeah, gonna mix it up a bit. I'm gonna think about changing things up, and yeah, I really wasn't too sure. I didn't know what I really wanted to do with the layout. The grid design really threw me. I have to be honest, a grid design, if you're familiar with my weight, is not something that's a go-to for me. So it's a bit out of my norm, but decided, you know, had to embrace it and go for it. And I think this turns out pretty good. So I'm speeding things up because it's a bit slow and boring to see me cut all these cards and layer them all in place. But you sort of get the idea. I've just gone ahead and trimmed them all to the 3x3 size and just have them all popping out from beneath my photo, so you get that lovely layered look. And then with that little bit of the pink gingham one, I'm having a little bit of each side popping out those other two cards as well, so they've got a little bit of layering. Wasn't sure what to do with my cut file, but I knew I wanted the baby to stand out a little bit more, so I went ahead and painted that one up with the coral colour in the November colour kit, and then decided to back the Santa part of my cut file here with that gorgeous red snowflake paper from the November main kit. And yeah, look, doesn't that look stunning? Really striking. And as soon as I saw that, I decided, you know what, I want something underneath it as well. And even though it's not a mixed media day, I'm going to be a little bit sneaky and pop some mixed media in as well, because you know what, sometimes it's just nice to have those pops of extra colour. There wasn't a lot to this particular layout because it was just a fun moment, and so there wasn't a lot of story to tell as such. So yeah, just adding those fun elements to it as well. Putting a little bit of tissue paper that my kits were wrapped up in onto the back of my photo cluster, and then foam mounting it as well, because I do want my photo to stand out a little bit, because it's going to get really lost amongst that amazing cut file title. So just giving it that little pop of red to stand out, and of course that foam mounting. So popping everything into place first before I add that mixed media element. Just making sure I'm happy. There we go. And it's on. Can't do anything about it now. It's on. I have to be happy with it. So I'm thinking, yeah, grabbing the stencil from this month's kit, and I'm using that lovely red colour now. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the name, so I'll include it in the comment section below, but it's from the November colour kit, and I've just mixed it with some modelling paste, and you know what, I'm just getting messy with it and having some fun. So really uneven. I wanted that almost like it was a snowfall kind of effect, like it was all uneven, like the snow is falling. But of course, obviously it's not snow, but you get that effect. And now I'm really starting to like how that base looks with the die cuts as well. And I could have coloured the die cuts, but I actually really love the white against the pink and red. I think that really stood out and looked quite pretty. But I did want to add some stamping, because there's a fabulous stamp included in the Pocket Life kit this month, and it's just such a good stamp. I couldn't help myself. So I'm using inks from Pink Fresh Studio. They're not included in the kit, but they are brilliant inks. So the colours were perfect, and just, yeah, added that extra oomph to my page. So lots of snowflake. You've got the sentiments, the snowflakes, and just coming in with a few lighter ones as well. So there's lots of depth and interest to the background. And scrunching up my snowflakes a little bit so they are also a little bit dimensional. And in the chipboard stickers, I did like that larger snowflake, and I decided that I would mount that onto one of the paper die cut ones. And you can't really quite see it here now, but when you get the close-ups, it really makes the difference on that particular grid in the square. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. I'm adding a few little embellishments, puffy stickers, but really it's quite simple, isn't it? There's nothing really tricky. It's just a lot of gluing, and I just think it looks really, really pretty, and that for me is, you know, the part of the fun of making layouts that are just fun, that they're pretty and they're lovely, and you can look upon them with joy. And you know, I guess maybe that's what it is. It's playful, and that emanates the feelings and evokes those feelings that I associate with the photo. So yeah, really lovely. I've foam mounted my title, that cut file title, so there it is, all in place. And then just coming in with a little bow from the exclusive die cut bow pieces. And I did love that pink one. I thought that was just a nice little trim to her photo. And finishing touch pieces now. So as I said, a really simple layout, but really, really pretty, and yeah, just one that's lovely for her album, and just a nice way to document the season. And yeah, nice to see her being silly and having some fun still. So adding a few puffy stickers in. They're also from the Pocket Life kit. And just popping up that snowflake so it's got a bit more dimension. I do love that soft texture that layering them up creates. And look, it's almost done, but I feel like it just needs a little something at the bottom there. And looking at those leatherette stickers, I did use a few of them earlier, and I really do like them. Nope. Maybe another chipboard one. And of course the chipboard stickers are from our main kit, and they're absolutely gorgeous. There's so many pretty ones. And I settle on one that says Merry and Bright. Here it is. Took me a moment to find it. Look at that. Perfect finish to my lovely page. I actually do end up tucking some thread under that one as well. But that's my layout for today. It was quick and simple and easy, but you know what? That's half the fun, is when you can create and have fun and it doesn't take you hours. So I hope you've had lots of fun watching. Lots of gorgeous close-ups coming for you. If you've got questions or comments, don't hesitate to pop them down below. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful, happy Arty days. Bye!